Welcome to Let's Run Fit with Be Lit, the podcast where we lace up our sneakers, dive into the world of fitness, running, and wellness. I'm your host, Be Lit, and today we have a very special episode that's all about gratitude. As Thanksgiving approaches next week, it is the perfect time to reflect on things that we are thankful for, and for me, running has always been a transformative force in my life. So grab a cozy seat, maybe a warm cup of tea, maybe something pumpkin flavored, and let's embark on this episode where we really talk about what we're grateful for. As I'm lacing up my shoes and hitting the pavement these days, I'm really reminded of the profound impact that running has had on finding balance in my everyday life. Running is more than just a physical activity. It's a powerful tool for achieving harmony in the mind, body, and spirit. It serves as like almost my own personal sanctuary that I get solace and, respite from the chaos of the world around me. And through that rhythmic motion of each step, it really helps me clear my mind. I'm able to find myself fully present in the moment, and running has really just become a form of almost meditation for me, allowing me to let go of stress and worries and distractions. And it's really during these runs I gain clarity, finding new perspective of the challenges that I'm facing in life, and whether it's just solving something simple at work or navigating a personal relationship or friendship, or just finding a moment of peace in general, running really offers a space for reflection and self-discovery. But beyond the extended benefits of the time spent on the road, I really had to cultivate that balance in my running routine because I found that it spills over into other areas of my life, and the discipline and dedication required to maintain a regular running practice translated into an increased productivity and focus in my work and personal endeavors. I've learned to prioritize self-care, setting aside time for exercise and rejuvenation, which really just leads to a more fulfilling and well-rounded life. And moreover, running has helped me strike that harmonious balance in all of my relationships. It's become a shared passion. It's connected me with like-minded individuals who really understand that power of the sport and how transformative it can be. Whether it's running in a running group or participating in the local races, I'm now actually working as a race director as well, so getting to lead the local races and even just the virtual challenges that come, where you find them online and you essentially just kind of pay for just the knowing that you can do it and getting those really cute medals. And, it's just the running community's there, and it's offered a sense of belonging and support that really enriches my life in such profound ways. And through these shared miles and camaraderie, I've noticed that we all really encourage each other and celebrate victories and lift each other up during challenging times. And we all know that it's been challenging times for 3 years now. It's like it won't go away. And as I've really reflected on all this and how the impact of running has really helped me find the balance, I'm just filled with such gratitude in those moments of tranquility that it brings and the clarity that it provides and the connections that it really has fostered in my life. Running has really become my compass, guiding me towards a balanced, fulfilling life, one step at a time. It's just always there. So I just really want us to do this episode where we can explore this mind-body connection and talk about all the wonderful ways that running has helped not only me, but everyone else, and just really explore the gratitude, because we all know gratitude is so important in life. And I just want us to have gratitude on our bodies and our runs and everything that it represents for us. One of the first areas I really want to focus on with our gratitude is just the strength and the limits that our bodies are able to do, and how running and just fitness in general can help you discover these things. It's one of those incredible aspects of running that you get that self-discovery that it offers. You lace up your shoes and you hit the pavement or the gym, and it's not just embarking on the physical world out there, but really diving deep into understanding your body's strengths and its limits. I know personally for each step I take, it's really a lesson in resilience and determination and pushing beyond what I thought was possible, because our brains are wired to tell us to stop. It's telling us you're not being chased right now. You need to save this energy. So being able to push beyond that is such a huge thing. And it's honestly the hardest thing that so many people have to overcome, because they haven't learned how to overcome their brains telling them to stop. And it's so inspiring when we get to do that. And through running, we've also learned so much else about our bodies. You've learned more about your body's cues, you understand its capabilities, and you learn to respect its limitations. You learn to stop this, I'm going to, finish or die trying mentality and really listen to your body and figure out what it needs, because it tells you. We're just not very good at actually listening. And in that constant dialogue between the mind and the body, it's just a dance of effort and intuition and what we're, aiming to get. And I've really honed this connection over the years, and I've discovered that incredible strength that resides in me. And the more that I challenge myself, the more I realize what my body is capable of in accomplishing. Like, I've done so much more than I ever imagined. I remember how I thought the 5K was just this huge monumental thing, and it is. But I've gone so far beyond that now because I realized I could do that. So I can do this, and then I can do this. And it's not just in running, it's also things in life. If I can run a half marathon, I can do pretty much anything. And that's what I tell myself all the time. Because running's taught me that value of consistency and perseverance, that it's not always about faster and further, it's about showing up. Even on the days when the motivation's waning and you just don't want to be there, it's about honoring your commitment to yourself and pushing through those mental barriers that really hold you back. And with each run, you've really come to understand that the success is not just in those personal records or the race results, but in the effort and dedication that you put into the journey. People don't train for a year for one race just for that one day. You train for the effort and the journey that it took you to get to that one race. And one of the lessons that really extends beyond the road is that resilience. It's that determination that you cultivated while you conquered those miles and pushed through those challenges that really translate into your life. It helps you get through those demanding projects at work and navigating personal obstacles and just pursuing those lifelong dreams that, you never thought you could do, because you carry that strength and resilience from your running into every aspect of your life, and it becomes part of you, and you can do anything. Running also really teaches you about balance. It's not just about training, but also just in life, because unless you learn that balance of when to push and when to rest, you're never going to be successful at anything, because your body will force you to rest if you do not rest. And running and physical exercise, it really helps you learn when your body needs it, because it helps you avoid injury, and it really helps you keep long-term progress in your life all around, because it is a delicate dance and it requires attentiveness to all of your body's signals and your willingness to adapt. And when you learn to find that equilibrium, you can really sustain not only your fitness routine but avoid burnout everywhere else. It allows you to keep reaping all the physical and mental benefits for years to come, whether it's a physical journey or a mental one that you're really focusing on. The next thing I really want to talk about is the gratitude for nourishing your body and fueling yourself for success. Because it's not just about the exertion that you put out in the physical way, but also how you're fueling your body and properly supporting your performance and overall well-being. And that is something that's so important. If you don't have proper nutrition, you don't have that basis foundation for your optimal performance. The food you consume does become your energy, your nutrients, your hydration, and it's all so necessary to sustain you in runs and in life and in recovery. And it's just so crucial with that well-balanced diet. And when you do have some type of a physical fitness, it really makes you want to eat in a way that makes that physical fitness routine easier for you, because when you're eating those variety of foods, whether whole foods and lean proteins or complex carbs or healthy fats or whatever it is, it makes your physical fitness routine easier because your body's fueled, so you have the energy. And that's something I want to have so much gratitude towards, because every time I pull back from exercise, I notice that my diet kind of goes, off the rails, because it's like, well, you're not exercising, so why does it matter? And that's how our brains are wired. But when you're exercising, you really, really pay attention. Before you hit the road, you think about your pre-run fueling, your combination of everything that you need during long runs. You really think about your hydration and the electrolytes that you've lost to help prevent dehydration and just optimal muscle function and everything else. And post-run, you think about your recovery and muscle repair. And it really helps you learn what your body needs to be better. And a lot of people, we're not taught that. I'm a teacher. I know for a fact we're not taught that in school. It needs to be taught, though, because so many kids don't know how to fuel their body properly. They think eating healthy just means eating a salad for every meal, and that's not true. Or is it fun? Salads are delicious, but I don't want them every meal, and neither does anyone else. And that lack of knowledge is really what makes, living a healthy lifestyle so difficult, because it's not just about what we eat for our fitness, but for our everyday body and health and just overall life, and addressing so many challenges that people have in their life, whether it's maintaining a healthy weight or managing cravings or dietary pitfalls, all these other things. And those kind of things come hand in hand with a physical fitness routine, because you want to do everything you can to make that effort, whether on the road or in the gym, worth it. And learning that background knowledge, I'm so grateful to that, because I've learned how to fuel my body properly for just general days and run days. And I just feel so much stronger because of it. Another thing that I'm so grateful for is that I found that joy of racing and chasing personal victories. There's just something magical about the atmosphere of a race, the excitement, the camaraderie, the thrill of pushing everyone together to new heights. And you feel that whether you are a spectator or a runner. And that's something I feel like everyone should experience. I feel like you need to go to a race and see the best of humanity so you can really understand that racing's not about the competition. It's about celebrating our progress or determination and the milestones that we're achieving on this journey. Whether it's those local 5Ks, half marathons, full marathons, just races that give you an opportunity to set goals, challenge yourself, and experience that immense satisfaction of crossing that finish line. And one of the beautiful aspects of racing is it's not just about winning or achieving a specific time. Every participant, regardless of their pace or distance, they can experience a personal victory, whether it's distance or time or just where they're at, the amount of hills it is, not walking as much as last time, or walking the whole thing, or running the whole thing, whatever it is. There's so many ways that you can have victories, and running really helps you learn to celebrate the small victories. With my track team especially, I had to teach them that a 1 second difference from your lifetime PR is a huge deal. At the beginning of the season, they're like, it's just 1 second, it doesn't matter. I'm like, that's a huge thing. Even if you just tie your PR, that is a huge thing, because it means that you stayed consistent and that you taught and you adapted and your body is stronger than it was before. And races really provide a platform to showcase your dedication, your perseverance, and the training that went into preparing for that event, the cheers of the spectator, the encouragement of fellow runners, and support from volunteers. Oh my gracious, if you volunteer for a race, you are so amazing, and we need you, because races can't be done without those volunteers. And it just creates this electrifying atmosphere that really propels you forward and pushes you to dig deep and discover all of that strength that's within you. And that vibrant community of runners who share that passion and understand those challenges and triumphs that you encounter, those connections that are forged and those lifetime friendships that are created, they're all a reminder that we're something bigger than ourselves. And while races, they can be physically demanding depending on what you're doing in that particular race, but it's just a reminder. It's savor the journey, savor the process and the joy, because each race is an opportunity to embrace the present moment, soak in your surroundings, and appreciate the progress that you made, because it's not just about the finish line, but just the overall experience and exhilaration of the rhythm of everyone's steps and unwavering support. And it's so incredible. And I just have so much gratitude in my heart for having this, because celebrating those 1 seconds taught me to celebrate small things. It taught me if I didn't want to clean the kitchen that day and I cleaned the kitchen, that's a huge thing. I need to celebrate myself. That doesn't mean, let's go buy pizza and ice cream. It means just smiling into yourself and knowing that you did something that you didn't want to do. Because life is full of that. For me, it's laundry every week. Oh, I hate laundry so much. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I hate putting it in. I hate transferring. I hate folding it. I hate putting it away. It's terrible. But every time that I do it, I feel such an immense feeling of happiness knowing that it's done. And I did it, and I crossed it off my list, and it's just like a relief. And in running, that is what taught me that, because it taught me that just getting the run done sometimes is the victory. Sometimes it's the time that's the victory. So many things, and helps you learn to celebrate those little tiny joys of life. And I keep talking about gratitude because finding those joys and celebrating those wins, that is such a transformative thing. Gratitude is this potent force that shifts all of our perspectives from what's lacking to what we have. And when we approach our runs with gratitude, we discover this newfound appreciation for those simple pleasures of each breath and each step and the freedom to move. It becomes a source of joy and liberation. It allows you to connect with the moment and experience a deep sense of gratitude for your body and just its incredible capabilities. And this gratitude in our running journeys or fitness journeys or whatever you're on, it can really help you navigate those inevitable challenges and setbacks that, is difficult to get through without a positive mindset. When we encounter a difficult run or you face a hurdle in your training or anything like that, the gratitude reminds you of how far you've come and the progress you made. It really helps you reframe your challenges and the opportunities for growth and resilience rather than just the obstacles. I always like to look back at where I was when I started my fitness journey. When I started, I was 20 minutes slower on my 5K. So now those 1 second seem so small, but when you look at how far you've come, you're so grateful. And that extends again beyond your running into your overall well-being and how you approach life and the gratitude that you become more aware of the beauty and the blessings that surround us each day. You learn to appreciate the support of loved ones, the kindness of strangers, and just the little moments of joy that go unnoticed. And then running becomes the catalyst for gratitude, igniting a chain reaction of positivity and appreciation in all aspects of our lives. It really deepens your connections with others as you learn to appreciate your friends, and whether it's a running buddy or just a friend in general who accompanies you on the adventure of life or running, the volunteers who selflessly support the races and the coaches who guide us, all of those are things that we need to be so grateful for because there's so many people who don't have that. So many people don't have someone who cheers them on the little victories. They don't have a coach that really helps them get to the next level because they don't have one that cares, or they don't have people who are willing to volunteer their time to make the races happen in general, so they never get to race. That sometimes it's just lack of people that make it where people can't race, which is so sad. So realizing running is not solitaire and just sharing those experiences and bringing you closer with others, it's just one of those, just profound things that really helps you as you carry that spirit of gratitude with you along the path of just life in general. So as we're coming to the end of, this episode, it's just so essential to reflect on how the lessons learned through running really can be applied to your everyday life. It's not about the miles you log. It's the catalyst for personal growth, the source of inspiration, and the powerful teacher that extends beyond the pavement. And one of the most profound lessons that I've ever learned is that importance of gratitude. So as you lace up your shoes and you step outside, you embark on a journey filled with countless blessings, from the fresh air you're breathing to the beauty of nature, and every moment becomes an opportunity for appreciation. Running teaches us to find the gratitude in the simple things: the clear sky, the rhythm of our breath, the feeling of our feet connecting with the ground, those beautiful days that you get to experience, that soft breeze that makes the run so much better. All of this, but that gratitude cannot stop at the end of your run. You've got to carry that mindset into your daily life, transforming how you perceive and interact with the world around you, cultivating an attitude of gratitude, and shift our focus from what we're lacking into what's abundant. So let's keep running and keep growing and keep spreading that gratitude in all that we do. And I appreciate you so much for joining me on this Thanksgiving episode of Let's Run Fit with Be Lit. I hope you found inspiration, knowledge, and a renewed sense of gratitude as we explored that transformative power of running. And remember, as we are approaching Thanksgiving next week, let's really continue to cultivate an attitude of gratitude into not only our running journey, but every aspect of your life. Until next time, keep moving, keep pushing, keep shining bright, and happy Thanksgiving. Thanks so much, runners, for spending time with me and listening to this episode. If you like what you heard, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a review. I always love to hear from my listeners. And if you want more Let's Run Fit in your life, find me on Instagram at Let's Run Fit with Be Lit. Until next time, runners. The information in this podcast is not intended to be a substitute for medical or professional advice. Please always consult a medical professional if you're seeking medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. The Let's Run Fit podcast is not liable for risk or issues associated with using or acting upon the information in this podcast.